Hi, good morning. I'm Pat Seekins, Operations Section Chief for the Rocky Mountain Area Type 1 Incident Management Team. And I'm here this morning giving an update on the Lionshead fire and where we're at and where we'll be in the next few days. So we'll start up here in Branch 1, Division Alpha, as we have in the past few days. Right from here, working east, crews have been successful working right along the fire's edge, containing a short section of line here. However, this section remains to continue to burn a little bit, and they'll support that with aviation and helicopters if we can, but not a lot of movement, just a tough piece of ground, pretty steep and rugged terrain in there. Moving to the east, we kind of pick up here again. Badger Butte has kind of been a tough spot, slow going, still making progress, but they plan on continuing their line production through and around Badger Butte and the burn scar and around those snags, just carefully managing firefighter safety in here. And they've completed a short section of line right about here. So still connecting the dots in Division Alpha, but making really good progress. Had a really good day in there yesterday. We've got some additional crews in here today, and that'll just continue to improve our timeline on getting this line complete up here. Moving up to the northeast, they continue to patrol and secure this burnout operation that happened along this existing road system right here, and that helped us lock off that northwest corner, any kind of potential for that fire to move. So that was really good. They'll continue to patrol and monitor as needed in here, but everything's looking really secure. Up until this point and all the way down here, we're looking really good. Once again, this is on road systems. Previous burnout operations looking really good. And then we pick up our containment line here along those roads. Really no change. Everything's in patrol status, some backhaul equipment, and then some chipping of some slash that was remaining from the prep that they did previous to this burnout operation. So everything's looking really good on this northeast corner, all the way down to the break until we get into Branch 2. Continuing on into Branch 2, Kilo, November, and Romeo. These divisions, once again, looking really good. This is all contained, more or less patrol status, monitoring and securing the edge as needed, all the way down to the southeast corner here. So everything is looking really good on this east side. No concerns over here from a fire standpoint. Continue on in Branch 2, we still have that contingency group. They've gotten smaller today. They continue to work the 12 road to the south, all the way down to the 20 road where they've got a predetermined spot where they've stopped. That prep work has actually been completed. However, there's still a lot of logs and slash that need removed from the east side. However, that road is looking really good. There was a lot of really good work done in here in 12, and that'll just continue to be cleaned up and potentially, it's ready to go if needed in the future. And the intent of this line right here on the 12 road is to keep any fire progression from going east and south. So really good work in here on the 12 road. As we go west into Division Romeo, this fire's edge is kind of hung up. It is chunking along, meaning it's still creeping around in here right along the fire's edge in the lava rock. But it is checking itself up on some natural barriers. Not to say that it's not going to move, but very limited potential for this fire to move with any kind of significance. There's a lot of natural boundaries in here, and we are expecting some weather in the coming days that'll slow this thing down a little bit. So once again, looking really good in this fire edge all the way through the wilderness boundary to the west till we get into Branch 3. So moving into Branch 3, Division Sierra. This will all be monitored by aircraft, including this edge here, throughout the day as needed. But once again, this fire perimeter hasn't moved very much. A lot of natural barriers, as well as previous fire scars that it's checking up on currently. Continuing on in Division Sierra, right about here, as we've mentioned in the past, we do have a line in place right along the fire's edge, direct, all the way to the west to Highway 22, as well as beyond Highway 22 down to the river. They continue to look for opportunities west of the 22, and they're going to shift their efforts over here to assist with Division Tango continuing operations over here. So that'll continue today. They're just going to reinforce that line, continue to mop up, secure the edge, and make sure everything's looking good there. So moving into Division Tango, we've got a lot of additional resources. We've got some additional Canadian crews as well as some other supervision in here. They've done some excellent work already after just one shift in here, as well as some additional crews. So we've got some additional folks in here now, really making a lot of good progress. As I mentioned before, a lot of this fire edge is checked itself right along a road system. So that's really helped us start to secure this perimeter with additional crews. And where the fire has dipped across those road systems, we're going to pick those up direct if it's safely to do so with the crews. So a lot of really good work going on here. That'll continue, and I'm sure we'll get some additional updates probably into shift today with some potential containment over here. So really good work. Continuing on through New Idana, and all the way into Detroit. Everything's looking really secure around Idana and all the way up just south of Detroit here. Everything's looking really good. We've got structure group in here still working along this area right in here with some of those structure protection. Just reaffirming that equipment's in place and in good working order. And with the drier temperatures over the last couple of days, some few smaller smokes have popped up, so that's provided opportunities to mop up and secure around any of these remaining structures that were not affected by the fire when this fire came through south of Detroit. And to recap, this spot fire right here is fully contained. We have line around that completely, so all the effort's been focused on this larger spot just south of Detroit, using some existing road systems on each flank. So looking really good in here. A lot of good work's getting done south of Detroit and Idana, and that'll continue. Moving north into Branch 4, Division Whiskey, Division Yankee. Division Whiskey today, more or less along the fire's edge and in this country, will likely be unstaffed. A lot of steep, rugged terrain. The efforts to go direct in here is just not feasible at the moment. They're going to focus their efforts along the 46 road, removing hazard trees, so we can continue to move forward, reopening this road in the future once that hazard's mitigated. But right now, 46 has been very much impacted by hazard trees that are falling, that are fire weakened, that provide a hazard to this highway. So it's pretty dangerous conditions here along 46 where the fire went through already. So we're going to continue to provide effort there to assist with that road system. Moving back up into Division Yankee. Their primary focus has been securing this 15-acre spot fire here, and that did get completed at least with line production. So it is more or less contained. However, we'll have plenty of crews in there securing, mopping up the edge, and making sure that fire edge is secured. They also continued work on the slop over that crossed Highway 46 here. Made a lot of really good progress yesterday too. So although these spot fires look very small on the map, there's a lot of work in there still to do, but there was a lot of work, really good work done in there in the last couple of days. So it's just very hard to paint the picture on how large this country is in here. Division Yankees plan for today, they'll continue to secure and mop that edge. They'll also continue to lightly prep this Highway 46 down to the main fire edge and secure any fire edge that they can feasibly do so right in here. Moving on into Division Zulu to the east. Once again, focused on these spot fires here. They made a lot of good progress containing those two spot fires right there. They also were able to establish an anchor point and working east back towards Alpha, right along the fire's edge, right about there. And as we mentioned, we explained what's going on in there. We still have our North Contingency Group up north of the fire's edge, continuing that proposed indirect line that connects the dots towards Riverside using existing road systems. And that will continue with heavy equipment and crews. And that's where we're at.